Good morning, everybody. Tuesday morning, and my gosh, it's cold. It says it feels like -5. I'm sure it is -5, which I know it's nothing like you experience in other parts of the world, but just not used to it. And my skin is thin, and my body's thin, and not eating much, so I'm feeling every little dip in the temperature. Anyway, it's now, I don't know, about 8:30. Madam is downstairs eating her breakfast and having a mooch. And I've come back up with a slice of toast and a cup of tea. So this gentleman, this is something I don't normally do. I don't normally suggest or make a video on for you to go and check out other people's channels, but I'm making an exception. This gentleman is Sean James Cameron. He's recently moved from London, having lived there for 20 years. He's a native Welshman. He's moved back to Wales. Absolutely beautiful videos that he does, inspiring. He's starting again, sort of from scratch in a way, finding, a new way of life with his two lovely cats, and exploring the picturesque valleys and hills and countryside of Wales. And I thoroughly recommend you going to subscribe, watch his channel, subscribe if you like, which I'm sure you will, and you'll get a lot of pleasure from watching. So let's just watch a little bit of this one to give you a taster.
Welcome back to the Welsh Valleys. It is a beautiful, crisp day. There is the smell of coal fires on the air and the smell from the pines in the forest here. I'm at the base of Penpeach. Now, I'm not going to go all the way to the top today. I don't think. The plan might change. But I do want to walk up and show you the beautiful waterfalls of this area and to enjoy this wonderful sunshine. Just walking up the path here, and I bumped into two people. One was a local and another one was from Canada on a visit, and we spent a good 20 minutes just talking about the beauty of this area. Now, I'm at a turning point here. I'm going to continue up to the right, but they've done a very nice path here. This path didn't exist when I was here last, and this will take us down to an area where people come and do wild swimming. Now, whether I'll do that in the future, I do not know.
Make it in the summer.
But what's interesting is, in amongst the trees here, there is a secret path, or there was 30 years ago. And in that path, my cousin and I planted spring bulbs, daffodils, tulips and things. So it'll be interesting to come back in the spring to see if they're still there.
It will.
But today, I'm heading up to the waterfall.
Beautiful camera work too.
There's usually a mountain stream coming down there, but there's nothing today. The couple did tell me that the waterfall is frozen. What's interesting is the path originally was about 4 foot wide with that golden shingle. But now it's gone smaller and smaller, because back in the day, a wheelchair could come up here. Just that piece. It does. It feels like being on my own Walton's Mountain.
Walton's Mountain.
Look at trees like this. I remember this tree as a child. When I was a child, not when the tree was a child. Just think of the stories this tree has seen, how things have changed. This tree was part of the old ancient woodland that was all over the mountainside here. And it's great to see a few of them still dotted
It reminds
around.
me of Tolkien stories, Lord of the Rings, the Hobbits, the Shires. So beautiful.
People know the valleys as a place for coal, and coal was quite a big thing back in the day. That's what brought the people here. But people tend to forget there was
Still
life
is
before
actually.
coal, and that is something I want to explore during my time here. There were farmlands all over the place with these old trees, and these fir trees, when you compare it to these older ancient trees, are quite a modern addition. It must have been fantastic to have seen the valley with just a few of these old trees and just grass. And this was the very original path to go up to the top of Penpeach. Now it is falling apart, and there is a new path designated by the Forestry Commission, but it would take you up there right onto the front. And I've done it quite a few times, but I could never get to the top, because once you get to the front of the mountain, you have to turn, and the path is only about a foot wide, and I could never do it.
Oh,
Maybe it's up further than I think, but there
Turbine.
used to be a
I saw
clearing on the left-hand side with a massive stone, and people often wondered how on earth did the forestry get this stone up here, because it was huge, and it was great to sit down and to look at the view. And as much as it's nice to see these trees, and it really is, it does block out the views a bit. Maybe we'll have a better view further up we go. I notice there is a wind turbine farm on
yeah, I
top
just
of the mountain.
noticed it.
And when you're further down the valley, it does look awful. But I have found over the last few days a bit of a comfort in seeing it. It's like as if it's ghosts from the past, family members, waving their hands to go, hello, we're watching over you. So I quite enjoy now to see them. Right, I can hear water. We're definitely getting close to the waterfalls. Now this is one of the waterfalls, and you can't get to the base of that. I think it's absolutely impossible. But down amongst the trees
See it? Right
is
at
a
the
little
back.
stream, and it is there that an Acer palmatum grandiflora has been planted. And we'll go and have a look at that in May. Oh, look at that view. People would pay thousands for this. A travel writer back in the 1880s came through the Rhondda Valleys, and he said that it reminded him of the Swiss Alps. Oh, just feel that sun on your skin. Beautiful.
Anyway, I've given you a taste of it. We've seen a bit of the waterfall, and you've heard Sean. Just, you know, food for the soul, really. When there's so much going on that is not food for the soul. Bless him, a lovely channel, and I thoroughly recommend. I'll put the link to Sean's channel in my description. Speak to you all later, everyone.